my fellow graduates, a momentous afternoon to all of us. It is truly a great honor to stand here to speak in behalf of all of you. But it is a greater privilege to represent the graduating batch 2019, knowing that unlike most of you, it took me 10 years to be where we are today. You might be wondering now, what have I done with my life that took me this long? So please allow me to share a bit of my story to also give a little drama to this speech. 10 years ago, after I graduated high school, I thought I already had my college life figured out. That I will take up accountancy and take the CPA board exams, and then take a law degree and then pass the bar exams. That was my ultimate goal when I was young. But all of that changed when I visited a film school here in Cebu, and that turned the original plan upside down. So, I enrolled in a film school and took up a diploma in performing arts acting program, and turned down all the scholarships that were offered to me since I was a Valedictorian. Just so you know, I've always loved performing ever since I was young, but because I was tagged to be intelligent, no one really thought for me to be just a performer. So there were a lot of people, and I mean a lot of them, really questioned my decisions, telling me that I was just wasting my time and that I would never succeed. And then I said to myself, should I listen to them? Well, of course, no. A year after I graduated my diploma program, and then my parents asked me if I wanted to go to college. But then I told them that I still want to try my luck in the film industry. So I went to Manila. I was just 17 at the time and stayed there alone for 3 years. After shooting films here and there, I finally got somewhat of validation that my decision was right when I won the Best Actress Award at a short and international film festival in New York City, USA. I am not telling you this to brag about it actually, but just to share to you the important lessons that I've learned. Just because you didn't choose the usual path doesn't mean you're wrong. As long as you just really follow your heart, you will really find success. And now you might be wondering what brought me to UCLA. Well, after winning the awards, projects came left and right, and I shot films after films and after films, and I realized that it is not really the life I wanted to have for the rest of my life. And then I was longing, and my heart was longing for the deep sense of purpose. So I'm back here in Cebu. After I came back for a year, I worked as a radio disc jockey at noon and performed for shows and host events at night. And I tell you, it's a very, very exhausting job and very unstable at the same time. I knew I wasn't getting younger anymore, so I had to find an option for me to secure my future, because the entertainment industry will soon be closing its doors for me. That's why I went to school. Thus, I enrolled at the University of Cebu, Lapu-Lapu, and Mandaue, which was closest to my domicile and to my talent house, and took up accountancy, which was my original plan when I was in high school. Now my college life, while for the first years and the second years was really not a bed of roses, where I had to juggle work and school at the same time. And probably most of you know that accountancy is really not a very enjoyable course. I remember one time I had to go to the hall to host a pageant there, and the next day after that was our midterm examinations. The show finished at past 1 a.m., so I hurried to my service van, still in my long black gown, so I can catch up and go to the court that was 2 hours away from the venue, to catch my boat at 4 a.m. because the examination starts at 7:30 in the morning. While I was on the boat, while I was removing my makeup and reading my accounting book, I really broke down, and I was crying and crying because I was so tired, and the book that I was reading didn't make sense to me. And I felt all this pressure on my shoulders to stay in the accounting program and work all at the same time. And I bet the working scholars can relate to that. A lot of times I felt like I really wanted to give up and quit school. Sometimes I even ask myself, why am I even here from the first place? And this little tiny voice in my head answered, education. So after 4 years of defying the odds, I am now here with you. see it. Growing up believing that this is how I grasp the concept. The more medals you have means you're the smartest. The more trophies, the better. And the higher your grades means you're a better person compared to others. But now, I disagree. It is my strongest conviction that striving to be the best is not about a life of constantly beating and competing with others so that we can be at the top. Rather, it is living a life and conquering the greater enemy other than the people around us. And that person is you. I am here. I might be here with you today, receiving my medals, but that didn't mean much to me. My determination and hard work meant a lot to me than the award I received today. So, for those of you who graduated for the benefit of the many awards given out today, rest assured that the absence of this graduation ornaments will never disqualify you to the real race of life. Success is not measured in awards. One of my closest friends, Marie Arwanas, taught that to me. It is knowing that you have gone out of your comfort zone and you took the risk and you conquered and opened your new paths. I am here not because I am the best. I am here because I overcame myself. And I'm very proud to say to all of you that you did too. So please, can you give a pat on the shoulder to the person right next to you and tell him or her, congratulations, job well done. Grades are but a number, and medals and trophies fade over time. But the fulfillment of outdoing yourself is something that even the highest awards can never match. Ladies and gentlemen, the diplomas we received today marked the end of the 4-year journeys that we had. It is a statement that heralds our readiness to face the world. It is also a recognition to all the tears we have shed, to all the sleepless nights, and to all the sacrifices we have made. And it is the beginning of our professional careers. But I bet you will all agree that this journey of becoming the best is never a solitary one. It is an achievement of groups of people who have likewise endured with us. So please allow me to take this opportunity to thank them one by one. First and foremost, I'd like to give glory to our omnipotent Father, for without Him, we will not be here. Nothing is impossible without you, Lord God. For His guidance and all His blessings brought us to where we are today. Lord, we thank you for the gift of life, for the gift of wisdom, the gift of parents and friends. Lord, please help us continue this journey, and we may see the purpose in all of these accolades, and may we glorify you in everything that we do. Secondly, a thank you is never enough to all the parents, grandparents, relatives, and guardians who have painstakingly cared for all of the graduates. You have shown us unconditional love. You have guided and supported us financially and emotionally. When the times were hard, you were there to believe us. You made us sustain the beliefs that we have in ourselves that we can make it today. And when we fail, you assured us that you will be there. We can no longer count the number of meals you have made or the cups of coffee you have made for us so we can stay awake at night. You have spent majority of your life making us feel easy and comfortable, making sure that we have the best of everything. All of our achievements today, it is not just ours, but also yours. For without your encouragements and hard work, we will really not be here today. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank my mama and papa, Mario and Charito Bobo, for I will not be standing here in front of you if not because of them. Mapa, I know you're very proud of me, but I'm more than proud to have parents like you. When the world questioned my And when they doubted my capabilities and my plans didn't go the way I wanted them to be, you were just there to support me all the way and made sure that you're going to propel my wings so I can soar the highest of heights. Mapa, a thank you will never be enough. To all the teachers we have had in our lives, a big, big thank you. You have imparted us knowledge with your commendable effort to teach us and guide us to the right way. We are the best version of ourselves because of you. Though you have seen us in our ugliest crimes, but we are a much better person now than we are if we had not met you. Through your examples, Miss and Sir, you have given us these core values that will allow us to become men and women who will make a difference in the world. To all the very supportive boyfriends and girlfriends present here this afternoon, I'd like to extend my thank you for being one of our inspirations, especially to the love of my life, Jeff. Thank you so much for supporting me all the way. You have been my unpaid personal driver, and that really made my college life a little less stressful. I felt like you've been with me to and from school, and you really graduated with me. So really, my love, thank you so much, and congrats to us. To our friends and classmates who we've shared all the laughters and tears, all the triumphs and the biggest failures, these people were there with us. You have become a huge part in our lives, not just academically, but also personally. To my friends and classmates in the College of Business and Accountancy, thank you so much for the fun memories. And thank you so much for making this college life also worth it. It is my honor and pleasure to meet all of you guys. I now know why I had to take so long to be here and why I had to postpone my education, because I was bound to be your classmate, so I can make a difference in your lives. If I would have enrolled a little earlier, a little later, I would have not fulfilled the mission of my life, and that is to really see the deep sense of purpose that God has given me. So for that, my sincerest thank you to all of you. And last but definitely not the least, but of course, the most important, not person, but the institution I would like to thank of is the University of Cebu, Lapu-Lapu, and Mandaue for being our home for 4 years. I would like to share this to you. In the recently concluded Magna accreditation with level 3, during the students' dialogue, one of the accreditors asked us, as a student of UC, why should we hire you? Some of the students answered about their qualifications and their qualities and the like, and it didn't seem complete to me. So I raised my hand as I answered, you are going to hire me not because I'm intelligent, but because UC has taught me to have a heart. That was my Miss Universe introduction as I expounded with my thoughts. And then the accreditor got more intrigued with the answer, so he asked us, how did UC teach you to have a heart? But unfortunately, I was ready to answer the question and to get the microphone, but we were running out of time to answer the question, so I am here to answer that. UC has taught me to have a heart because this institution is built of hopes and dreams. I was exposed in a room full of Atonicos academic scholars, and I've seen it every day, how they worked hard to seize every opportunity that was given to them by the school. That even though they have their financial challenges, they have proven that their desire to succeed is far bigger than their difficulties. Honestly, during my first months at the University of Cebu, I had so many complaints. But when I had classmates who were less fortunate, who were only in school because they were either This institution has made me respect it more than I respected any institutions in my life. Because I have witnessed it every day, how they have democratized education for different sectors and levels of the society. They have opened their doors for the education to be open to those who really dare to dream. That even though you have less, you can be more. That even though your families have none, you can be everything. UC has shown me to look at you guys, to look at people not by my eyes, but through my soul. And not all institutions can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, there might be a lot of other students from the different universities who are far more intelligent than us, far more qualified, they say, but I'm pretty much confident that we are molded and equipped with the best characters that will make us fight whatever fights we have in our lives. Now the challenge that I see really is to build a resume, not about what you wanted to become, but who you wanted to become. A resume that tells a story of not of what you wanted to achieve, but of why. A resume that is not just a collection of your titles and your positions, but a resume about our purpose. Because when we inevitably fail, and when we see ourselves down in a hole, that is the story that will get you all back up. And now the task, ladies and gentlemen, we have to remember that we are the representation of the University of Cebu's education. Wherever we go in life, we will always be the products of this school. So therefore, let us not forget the basic tenets that this university espouses. Innovation, camaraderie, alignment, respect, and excellence. These values will forever be imprinted in our hearts. UC did not teach you and did not teach us to have a heart to give and share, to have a heart to empathize and consider, the heart to respect the differences, the heart to hold and dream. Those hearts were not actually taught to us, but it was shown to us by UC every day until it became a reflection of our characters. So stand loud and proud, my dearest UCians. Let us go and push ourselves harder to make this alma mater proud of all of us. Because at the end of the day, the reputation of this school lies in our hands. Let me leave you with a quote. Carry yourself in such a way that when everyone is sitting, you are standing. And when they are standing, you stand out. And when they stand out, you were outstanding. And when they dare to be outstanding, you will be their standard. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, congratulations to all of us. Thank you and have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you very much, Ms. Masume F. Bo, for those words of appreciation. Let us give Ms. Bo another warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.